What is up, bodyweight exercise fans? It's 6:30 here in northern Greece. I'm about to train after doing this video.
Let's take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby. So take it, move along. I said we got what you need, honey. Come and groove along. Come on. Rolling on the highway, ease up. Wow. Come on, and groove along. Come on. Said babe. I said babe.
Week 7, workout 6, last workout of the week. So far so good. Feeling stronger and faster this week. Cardiovascular system feels lighter. So overall, yeah, good progress. So I'll be sharing more details on my progress on YouTube soon. So till that, stay posted.
Today I wanted to share my thoughts about not only getting superhero ripped, either you're in your early 20s, 30s, mid-30s, or even after that, but also the mindset behind long-term fitness, behind staying strong and lean way after your 40s, your 50s, and that way also staying self-dependent and enjoying each decade of your life as you grow older. So this year I'll be turning 36 after completing my Superhero Bodyweight Workout-plan 4.0, therefore crossing an important threshold biologically, since this is a point in a man's life that his body begins to work more against him than with him, at least when it comes to performance, when it comes to staying strong, staying lean, building muscle and all that. For most men, strength and muscle mass peaks between ages 20 and 35, and after that begins to plateau and decline for most people, at least. Now, even though biology is an important factor here, most of it is men not setting nutrition and physical exercise high on their priority list. And this is why so many of us end up with the dad bod before we turn 40, or I like a better term that I heard from Brett McKay in one of his latest episodes in one of my favorite podcasts, of course, The Art of Manliness, the soft suburban dad syndrome.
So let's talk about that, because there's something I've noticed that a lot of men, when they hit about their mid-30s, early 40s, they develop what I've been calling it soft suburban dad syndrome.
Obviously, we do encounter changes as we get older. For example, our body becomes more prone to injury, and muscle building, fat loss, and recovery rates slow down. But there is also a positive side to getting older. For example, you have more experience and patience, which allows you to work more consistently and methodically on your goals. And sure, you have more responsibilities, but it's up to you to master skills such as time management and set your priorities right. I strongly believe that staying in great shape in your 50s and way beyond that is possible. I see it almost every month. People send me emails and pictures looking really good in their 50s, 60s, and oftentimes in their 70s. And as long as you acknowledge that you will have to make adjustments along the way, you will have to be more and more meticulous with your workout plan, but also, of course, your diet. Anything is possible. So here's my strategy, approach, philosophy, call it as you may, behind this topic, and what I want to focus on today's video.
I'll make you move like your boots are on fire. I'll make you jump like you touch a live wire.
Although we can't stay young forever, if we do our best to get at our top shape of our life, call it superhero ripped if you want, as I like to call it, as we approach our 40s, this will help us build a solid foundation and make it a lot easier to stay fit way beyond that. because once we achieve this, all we have to do next is focus on minimizing fat gain, muscle strength and mobility loss as time goes by, which of course is not a piece of cake, but it is a lot easier than having to rebuild yourself from the ground up, after that point as you grow older, when biology only makes things more and more difficult and complicated. And that's why I believe that this is the most optimal way to stay as lean, as strong, as healthy, as active, as independent as possible as you grow older, and way beyond the point that, the average opinion will always consider logical, which is something I also want to talk about next. A very common line I've heard ever since I got on my fitness journey, I would say probably starting from my late teens and early 20s, was always something in terms of this. Just wait until you turn X, X being the age of the person talking to me, and you'll see that staying in good shape and finding the time to train, and there's a bee getting in the shot, and basically staying physically active and looking good is not possible because of Y here. Replace Y with their excuse, work, family, whatever the case, whatever they would use, biology, as we talked about in this video, whatever they would use as an excuse to basically impose their reality and make it normal for them, so they don't have to make excuses for not maintaining a good diet and a training regime as they grow older. But the more I grew older myself, the more I realized that this is not true. In my late 20s was when I got back in shape, starting from zero, after a big accident I had, having lost all my muscle mass, even though I was in pretty good shape before that. But I did start from zero again, as you can see here in these pictures. And although it did take some effort, of course, it wasn't easy. It also wasn't that difficult to get in great shape in my 30s. Keep in mind, therefore, that this is a very common obstacle once you embark on your hero's fitness journey, especially as you get older. I think, I've noticed this more, that people get more uncomfortable when you want to stay in great shape, because more and more people let go. And, these naysayers will often even come from your close circle, your friends, your family. And what you want to keep in mind here is that they don't do this because they don't love you. The main reason they do this is because you make them uncomfortable. You basically become a mirror to their potential, and you also remind them of how they've set camp in their comfort zone for too long. Although this year I believe I'm the strongest I've ever been, prior to starting my Superhero Bodyweight Workout Plan, I also noticed that I gained some extra fat around the midsection. And this is one of the changes that I've noticed as I grow older, is that my body is less forgivable when I mess up my diet. So, even though I've been eating healthy, I've been eating sometimes a little bit more, and I have noticed that the fat tends to stick a little bit easier, especially around the midsection as you grow older. So once again, this year, as my birthday approaches, I'll be trying to get in the best shape of my life using my favorite method, the Superhero Bodyweight Workout Plan. But this time, the mindset behind it is a little bit different. My goal is to build the most solid foundation in order to be able to grow strong and lean as I also grow older and things begin to change a bit. I'm also sharing this video because I think a lot of people will find this mindset motivating as well and helpful as they embark on their Superhero Bodyweight Workout Challenge for this year. And to quickly summarize everything, my goal for this year is to drop down to, I would say, ideally 8% of body fat without compromising muscle, without losing any muscle, and if possible, gaining a little bit as well. As we know, as you advance, as you train more consistently, longer, this is something that becomes more difficult. Dropping weight and maintaining your muscle, or even increasing it, is a challenge, but keep in mind that this year's Superhero Bodyweight Workout Plan is even more optimized. I would say it's by far the best version that I've created so far. I think that it is possible. So after checking everything, it seems that things are going the way I was hoping for. And after doing one more measurement next week, I'll be sharing more details regarding numbers, body fat levels, muscle mass, and all of that. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions about the Superhero Bodyweight Workout Plan 4.0, leave them below. I do my best to always answer everyone after releasing a new video, especially during those first 2 days. And a lot of people also ask me about nutrition. If you find that interesting, I'll make a separate video on that as well. And until next time, keep on training.